Welcome to Arc of Cost. Today we have Daniel Duong in his Labyrinth deck from LA Regionals, where he placed 15th after
good.
Swiss.
Yeah, I got it. So it was 9 rounds. I was 6-0 at rounds 7 to 8, basically like out of my control. My opponents just choose better. But yeah, here we go. So we got 3 Ariana, 3 Lady Labyrinth, and 3 Lord of Heaven Prison. These are all my monsters. So one of the big things that a lot of people are playing in their deck is Lovely and the furniture cards. And I believe that my theory was with Herman Hansen and Ryan, at the beginning of the format is those cards suck. They don't really do anything, they're neg ones. But, so you just want to play the minimal ones as possible. But this one you want to play at 3 because she generates +1s as just a starter. This one, like, you always get to generate a trap every turn, which was the problem with the trap deck in the first place. This one, you can play this out of your hand, and this solves the problem of like main deck Lightning Storms and Feather Duster, because I don't main deck like Solomon Judge or anything like that. So this is really good. This also generates another card that we're gonna get to in a bit. 3 Duality, and the card demise. So another thing that you noticed that like a lot of people are playing, they're playing Pot of Extravagance and Pot of Prosperity. There's something intentional about this card that we'll get to, and this card as well. Later in the video. This one, this was the Lovely slot as well, because a lot of the time with that card is that you can get that card out of your hand. So we needed a card that was searchable, that was like, it generates a bomb, and this just generates 3 cards, especially if like you're playing a trap deck, so your hands are usually always empty, kind of like True Draco. And this one gets this from the deck, so like a lot of times when you're grinding, you're just setting 5, and then you'll just like summon this, set this, next turn draw 3, do damage, and like call it quits, like it's over. And then tap cards, we're setting 5, so like play no hand traps, that you can see. So yeah, 3 welcome, 3 big welcome, and then 3 trap trick. So another thing about this deck I want to mention is that the problem with the deck is you can play all these trap cards, but you don't draw engine, so you need as much engine as possible to play. And this one lets you kind of like Duality and Lord of the Heavenly Prison, lets you overlap for engine in the grind, so that you can have like 4 real trap cards and trap trick and get you 1 welcome Labyrinth to start the game. And then once you have this one engraved, you just recur it every turn, which is cool. This one's Compulse, I guess it's cool. But yeah, and this gets you real trap cards, which are 3 Compulsory, 3 Terror Overroot, and 3 Durham Cannon. So a common theme I'm playing with this deck is Hero Beat. So if anyone's played like Summon Straddle Set 5 decks in the past, of like from Edison or from like maybe 2012, 2013, it's an all recurring theme of like these cards are chainable, and you're just trying to control with one dude. It just so happens that these cards are all chainable at any point in the game, but you want to play them as battle traps, especially when you have like floods. This one was for sure MVP because like a lot of time, like versus Kashira or like any deck that rushes you, like you can just like block. And this is like Quaking Mirror Force in your deck, which is cool. This one is also really important. Everyone forgets that like this just sends a card from the field to the graveyard. So a lot of the time, this is like spell and trap removal in your deck, and that's like really important for a deck like this when you don't have one. And then this one is like beats like Despia really well, and like Right Heart going second. Then for Floodgates, 3 Goes in Match, and then 3 Skill Drain. So these are the best ones versus Kashira. Obviously, this one you have to play because it like just beats the whole format. This is also really good versus Samurai deck, just because like it's one of the few cards that like beats the board going second if they go full combo. If they just play a combo version of the deck, which is like not trying to hand loop you. So I really like that. It's also really good with Purely as well. Kashira, yeah, it's really good with the 3 big decks in the room I was thinking about, and other things. And then for the rest, and then to pair up with these, a lot of times there's combo, because you're not playing hand traps, so you need something. Plan B is literally play a Floodgate plus like 1 of 6 counter traps here, which is 3 Solemn Strike and 3 Drake Utopian Aura. All these serve the purpose of ending a chain link. So in the combo version of like what is that deck, a Samurai, they're just trying to put up 3 Omni Negates against you. So like you just get infinite advantage. So you just play one of these with the Skill Drain, and then this it ends the 1 Omni Negate, which ends the chain link, which meant that like this kept sticking. So in short, the rest of the trap cards that you're playing are all alive to break the board, or if not die. So like, it's really good. Also, this one's really good too because like, this is just Divine Wrath or Gamma, right? So like, without like having to play anything, so like it blows up the monster and the chain link, and like yes, you can like banish a card from your hand to summon the guy at the back, but sometimes it's not the monster that you're summoning is not even real, so like it's okay. But that's what the serves purpose. And also these help you blow a rise are going second. That's another big thing. My side deck, that's also really important. So to go first, I played 3 Solemn Judgment. This is just mainly for evenly matched or Lightning Storm or Feather Dust for any slow trap removal. This is also really important versus Samurai deck because it also hits the like Solemn Strike. It hits the Pendulum Summon. They can just hit all your back row, but like if you stop their whole like summon to rush you, then like that's really good. 3 Eradicator. This one I really liked because it against like Despia or Kashira, like they're just trying to play spells versus you, and you win the game by just killing out of it. And what's out the deck? The mirror match, right? Like I don't really have a lot for the mirror because I didn't really expect it for this regional. I played 0, so I got lucky. But like in case that did happen, like I want to blow out all their trap cards if I have a chance to go first. Like post side, I play Eradicator Turbo, and like that's why like Trap Trick at 3 is so intentional. Same thing with like Duality and like Lord of Heavenly Prison. All these cards are intentional to get to this. Really good. 3 can only be 1. So it just kind of like goes in match and skill drain. I needed a floodgate going second that I can break the boards going, all the common boards going second. But then like I need the card to go first that like I guess oh man you can go first and like the card like instantly stays forever. But like a lot of times in this slide it's like why this isn't this deck Devi. This is it's specifically for go second. Like deck Devi's too much of a go first card, but like this one, like at least you can go second versus like the spawn trap decks because they're not gonna die immediately. So yeah, it's really good versus purely Samurai and what's out of the deck? Man, I'm blanking. Yeah. Anyway, DDD Crow. This was originally Dimension Shifter. However, Shifter's really bad after turn 1, as well as it needs to cover like a bunch of matchups, like all the combo decks, like Samurai, Purely, Despia, Mathmech, stuff like that, where like all they need their whole graveyard, some way to interact, and this hits all of it. So in some way, shape, capacity, even if it's average. I luckily got played first Purely. I drew 2 of these, and he just removed Double Delicious. Against my Despia opponent, I removed Ad Libitum, so like, and he didn't have Mercury, so I was really lucky there. But like, yeah. Another thing about this that I get to is like this. So that I played this a lot versus combo together, against like the Despia deck, I don't know if anyone was doing this, but like if anyone sided Jinzo, I needed at least 6 outs to make sure I don't get Jinzo because I just auto lose to that card. And then this is mainly for Kashira. So post side, they're gonna see like their plan doesn't work anymore, so they're gonna make a right side pass and you just kill it and set 5 backer and you win. It's also for the combo boards again to like eat up a negate purely when they make me war and stuff like that. So I wanted a card that kind of just did a lot going versus combo. That's on my side deck. And now for the extra deck. Surprise! We didn't play one, bro. Why is that? All right, let's go to the actual profile now. So you notice that like again, these cards. These would be the slots of prosperity and like extravagance in my deck, right? If I played an extra. Also, I didn't play punishment. That was like about the beginning of my normal chop lineup. That card's insane, but like it's intentional. We didn't want to get zone locked by Kashira. We found this out about a month ago after the Pasadena regional. And why did we keep this hush? Because we really want to keep this deck a secret for this last year of the regional. We found out that like Diabolos is like the main culprit of like that whole combo to just get zone locked for 5. So if Diabolos gets on the field and they find out in the midst of it the combo, they just couldn't have I didn't have an extra, they couldn't zone lock me for 5, only for 1. So you can set 4 trap cards in this deck and win. So I was nice. And no one asked. That was the most important point. No one asked if I had an extra. And if they did do the combo, it's too late. So like, I only got to play first 2 cash. None of them asked. One person did around 8, or not. He did some of the Ebolas, but like it was like meaningless because he was already ahead, and he tried, but didn't happen. So you can lose the roll to Kashira with this deck, and just 2-0 it because it's free. Like they couldn't zone lock you because the right side's gonna have 1 material, so like your back row's free and it won't get sniped, and you just flip up one of 15 to 18 cards to blow it up or like bounce it or negate it. So like it's fine. Now why are we doing this deck profile now? Knowing that this deck existed, imagine what the format could have been. Like, there wouldn't be as many Kashira mirrors that they did. Maybe this Kashira wouldn't be the best deck because this deck is way more consistent, right? If you play Kashira, that deck bricks, bro. If you just got to play every game, you were like the luckiest person in the world. So, yep. Otherwise, now the real question of it all, right? Is this deck good next format? And obviously today's June 5th, so as recording this, so I told everyone maybe, and I say that because like these cards here are really good, but with Sky Striker existing, that deck my main Twin Twister, and people are probably gonna play Happy Feather Duster in the main deck because, well, this deck is real and it got untouched, so everyone's gonna respect backrow decks again. So I don't know, but this was a really good call for this last event. In the last ban list, I didn't brick at all, which is like really important to note. So like this is a really good consistent deck for Swiss, especially if you're going to go to Nats this year. So if anyone picks this up, I say go for it. Reprints are in 2 weeks. Have fun, everyone. I ruined the format. Congratulations. Bye, everyone.
All right, let's target for cost.